boy is in the house. Just got through working now. I just got through working now. Cause your boy is in the house. All right. I'm back. Just got through working out. 30 minutes on the elliptical. One set of bench press, one set of pull-ups. That's gonna be pretty much the basic routine for the next 66 days. I'm on day 5. It's day 5, so I got 61 days to go. But today is One Thing Tuesdays. So that's why I listen to the One Thing, recap what I listened to on the One Thing. I gotta look up the name of this guy's company. Because what this guy said is that he started a business, and his business was it helping businesses? I think he said it was helping politicians get into office, presidents and presidents and governors and stuff like that. He says a lot of political machinery that was out there, and he made the connection is down to 5 key areas of using this political machinery. He was able to build a business on using this and all this data. One of the things that one of the core values, he didn't go through the whole thing. His book was something about, I'm gonna look that book up too. Very important, very important. Because what I like what he said is that he partnered with a company. He said he got the rights to this thing too, of this company that was gathering all this data. You know, I've heard this once before and time again. The power is in these apps. Getting these apps out, and from these apps you're able to capture this data, and as you capture this data, then you're able to sell that data. You see what I'm saying, by having a very popular app. So he was using this to kind of find out, just like he mentioned Facebook and using pixels on websites and stuff like that to capture data, user data and stuff like that. And it reminded me, I was thinking about the Facebook pixel, right? I had been utilizing that. I had been putting those ads out because I was afraid I was gonna waste money on these ads. But then I got this Wix over here I'm not even using. I need to go for no on that. I need to make the call on that. Let me get my daughter to do it. See if she can shut that Wix down and get my cheese back. Cause I paid up for like 2 years because I was definitely sure that was the direction I was going. I'm still kind of up in the air. Still hadn't dived into that because I hadn't set aside and planned the time to do that on a regular basis. I like to do Saturday night, but I gotta start utilizing these mornings. I just gotta start utilizing these mornings. That's where it's at. I gotta start utilizing these mornings. But anyway, and that's what this guy was doing. He said that after he had lost his company, he got back with this other company, and he said, hey, look, we need to, I don't know if he wrote the book or bought the book. I need to get into that. Because the reason I hadn't been into it because your boy just made a big deal. I'm saying it's a big deal. It's probably the most single flip that I did, in my lifetime, personally. I hadn't bought, we want to get into flipping houses, but I said in order to get into flipping houses, I got to flip something even bigger. So my intermediate level to flipping houses is flipping cars. And so that's what I did. I flipped my first car. So that's done. That's in the record books, and I got the strength from it, and I got the knowledge from it. Everything kind of went smoothly. The Lord was with me, so evidently he wanted me to go in this direction because all the moons and stars lined up because there was some loose ends in there, but they really came together. You see what I'm saying? There's some loose ends, but it really came together. Everything went pretty smoothly without a hitch. Things that I was worried about, man, apparent obstacle vanished upon my approach. Things that I thought was an obstacle vanished. I mean, I was thinking about them, but I wasn't really worried about them. And then so it just vanished, and it was perfect to share that with my family, and then we got some additional motivations and ideas, and I think it's very helpful in going. And we had the big discussion tonight. Remember, that's truly my one thing. One thing is unifying this family in a common bond so we can do some serious good. Because if we can get unified, boom, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna blow up exponentially, spread out and reach tons and tons of people. So, but as far as my day went pretty smooth. Got some work done. Went for some no's, got some no's. Went for some yeses, got some yeses. I'm really going for no's, but then all that kind of worked through. I got a new plan, new thing that I'm looking at. Then I get back home. Guess what? Then we start talking about the stocks. But then my daughter said, "You know what?" Because she scheduled everything. I said, "You need to listen to this Aladdin Factor." She said, "Oh yeah, okay. Let me just go and put it on my schedule." Hey Siri, set this timer for Monday, 7 a.m. Listen to Aladdin Factor. She came back, pump. She said, "Wow, that thing, that's the truth right there. Pops, that's the real deal right there." Then my youngest daughter said, "Oh, the oldest daughter says the deal. I'm listening to it." Then I had my son sit right there. My son, I said, "Look," told my son, "Guess who listened to the Aladdin Factor, my son? Your sister did. Now she on board, man. Trying to include him up in there to listen to that thing on a regular basis." I'm gonna suggest he share with his friend. My wife was in there too, so we'll see how that playing out, right? But my wife ain't slouching now. Don't get me wrong. She got her own set of stuff that she kind of listened to. But what I need to share with her, that I want to do more stuff together. That's what I need to share with her when I go tonight. That's what I'm gonna do tonight. I want to share more stuff with her. So, now what we got to do. I told my daughter she's thinking about, getting into some, maybe since she traveled, maybe getting some sponsors to sponsor her travels. Maybe that's a good idea. So she's thinking about that, And so that's another business venture. And then also on top of that, what I'm thinking about doing is just sharing, I told my daughter, listen to the Latin Facts. It's all about asking. We know this stuff. But the secret ingredient in this, the secret ingredient. And that secret ingredient is motive. Because it says it in the Bible. You have not because you ask not, right? Asking and it's given, seeking you shall find, knocking the door shall be open. But if you have not, it's because you haven't been asking. So he told you to ask. And then he said, if you are asking and still don't have, then maybe you asking amiss. The wrong motives. You're asking to consume it on your own lust. And that's why he hadn't been getting it. So I say, oh yeah, it's got to be a motive. You got to have a big enough why or reason for the additional resources, for the additional power. It's not meant to be hoarded, it's meant to be shared. Because once you're full, you're full. Power start coming in. But if you got something pulling through you, because you're a conduit, through you and out to other people. If you got enough coming through, because the more people you reach, it ain't like you get depleted, more power come through. That's what I'm saying, man. That's beautiful how the Lord set that up, ain't it? Just beautiful. Just gorgeous. It makes me happy. Now I'm going to get a sound nicely because I am tired. I wonder, just worked out. Should I take a little protein tonight? I always like to get it in the morning, but should I be doing some healing overnight? It's interesting. I mean, I ain't really blast my muscles out because I want to tell you, man, this program is simple. Just a little bit every day, just a small domino. If I could do the cardio for the next 66 days, do the pull-up, do that for the next 66 days, it's going to set the tone for the rest of my year. Because I know once I get 66 days, shoot, I can go ahead and do 120, 132. Is that right? Something like that. But anyway, tomorrow is Seeking Wednesday. The S in the Seeking Method. Yeah, but anyway, I'm going to look that guy up. Look that podcast up from the day. The day is March the 1st. Good podcast. I'm going to share that with the friends. Another thing, too, is listen to Joe Biden on there. I think his name's Joe Biden. And he was talking about, the companies. The companies made over $40 billion in profits and pay zero federal taxes. And somebody had told me once before that the country is founded, it favors the companies because the more companies you have, the more jobs you create and the more revenue you create. And then that drives the economy, the stronger the economy. So the laws are positioned for business owners. And you told them kids we need to all get a little business. Ain't that right? She's your woman right there. All right, okay. I'm finna go and do it to it. Finna do it to my sleep life, so I can wake up and do it to tomorrow, so that everybody can benefit. Peace out. Do it to life. All right, I'm going to bed now. Woo. I got some more strength on this thing, man. Shoot.